welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our Morena Terrace project. As you'll see around me, we have drywall. So we're going to give you a quick tour of the house today before the guys start on mudding and taping, and it should give you a little bit better of a feel for how the house lays out. When you just have a house full of studs, you can't get a feel for rooms and space as well as you can once you have drywall. So we're just going to do a quick tour through the house and kind of remind you guys what the layout is. So right now we're standing in the kitchen, and the main island is going to be in this area here. So that's what we've got. Our 3 pendant lights in a row are going to hang over that. Then on this side is going to be cabinets in the sink, and from the sink you've got a nice view out to the pond. In the summer you don't really get to see it because the trees are so thick and full, but now that we've got fall, you can see pretty clearly, and in the winter it'll be a pretty beautiful sight in my opinion. And then we've got on the back wall is going to be built-in cooktop here, range hood on top, which is what we've got the vent through the wall, which actually I need to stuff some insulation in there to keep the cool breeze out. We've got the house heating right now for about a week since drywall's been up. That way when the mud and tape guys get here on Monday, everything will be acclimated and it reduces our chance of shrinkage cracks in the future. And then as you come around the side here, there's going to be a built-in oven, and we have the refrigerator here. We kind of have a plethora of can lights around the perimeter of the kitchen, and the bigger holes that you see in the ceiling, we've got the 2 here and the 2 over here. Those are going to be built-in speakers. We've got built-in speakers going in here. We've got them on the deck out back, and we have them in the master suite of the house, and they'll all be centrally controlled from a system in the basement. And what will tie into that system as well, they're going to have the TV mounted on that wall, and then the sound bar that's going to be below it will tie into the AV control system to go along with it. We've got the pantry, big walk-in pantry here. And then through here, we don't have any lights right now, so it's pretty dark, so you guys would just see blackness if I bring you in there. But we've got our powder room in there, storage closet, and the laundry room is in there. And even though the sun's up, it feels dark in here right now for a couple reasons. Number one, we still have the dance floor, as I call it, the makeshift scaffold in place. That way, on this big 18-foot ceiling, the tapers don't have to roll scaffolding around. They can do it right from this platform. And we still have all of our protective film on the windows. You might not think it, but that protective film blocks a fair amount of light, makes a big difference when you pull it off. But we're gonna leave that on the windows until we get towards the end of the construction process. And we kind of see that we did like a half wall here. Originally, this was going to be open with, just a handrail and I'm losing my mind here, the spindles. But what we decided to do instead, leave it partially open to give the open feel, but we've added pathway lighting going up the stairs. So since we needed to do pathway lighting, we had to have a wall here for the electrical to hide in. And we've got our big, beautiful front door covered and out of harm's way. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you go back and watch a couple episodes back. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous door. I'm a little bit biased, but I think it's fantastic. And through here, we come into the master wing of the house. This is going to be by, what kind of doors are going here? We got double doors. We got French doors coming in here into the master. Storage closet just as you're coming in. And then big open space, plenty of light in here, and beautiful views. You still have a view of the pond back through this room. The speakers we had mentioned before, we've got 2 in here. And we did a little bit of a tray ceiling in here. We did a little 1-foot bump up on it. Gives it a little bit more volume, a little bit more height to the room. Bathroom. And it's a bit hot in here right now because we don't have registers on the vents. We only have protective covers over them with filters. That way the drywall dust doesn't get inside of the ductwork. So we can't control how much air is coming out of each vent to balance the house right now. So we're just covering a couple of them to try and equalize the heat. It's probably about 8 degrees warmer inside of here than the rest of the house. Maybe 10, it's a bit toasty. Then we've got our big walk-in shower here. You're gonna have a handheld, you're gonna have a rain shower, regular wall shower, and then this is going to be built-in cabinetry here, and we're gonna do the same countertops over this space as will be on the vanity, which the vanity's along that back wall there. Double vanity, double lights, and then we did can lights centered right above the soaker tub here. And then the big walk-in closet here. This is gonna get a bench finished here, and then it'll have built-in shelving units all the way around. So that's pretty much the layout of the main level of the house. We're gonna take a walk upstairs and try not to smack our heads on the catwalk, or I mean on the dance floor on the way up. Oh, yeah, not a lot of room to squeeze through. And I've definitely smoked my head on these things before trying to make my way. But now that we've got drywall, you kind of get, you know, again, when I say things are framed out, you can't really get a feel for how they look. So we've got our 2-tier coffer for the great room, and then it flushes out with the face of the fireplace. So this will tie right into the front of that there. And this is going to be custom built rail all the way through this L here with spindles throughout. So this will keep this big open feel when you're downstairs. And this is removed, you'll have no obstructions. So to just seem tall and wide open. And once this is out, it'll make it feel so much lighter inside of the house. This thing just, it soaks up light and it creates a huge shadow downstairs. And one thing we do need to do still, we just got the doors delivered yesterday, so we've got to get our doors that go into the attic space put in, because of course, you know, it's a garage, it's not heated at this point, so it's a little bit chilly in here. So we got to get those installed Monday morning for the mud and tape guys. And then you've got a big walk-in closet through here, which, I mean, this thing's half the size of the bedroom I grew up in. It's amazing how houses have changed over the years. Comment below on what you think the average size square foot for a new construction home is today compared to what an average size construction home was in, call it, 1970. In the next video, we'll let you guys know what those numbers are. Then as you come down the hallway, you've got the bathroom here is full bath, bathtub, shower, vanity, and that's going to be shared between the 2 bedrooms. These are planned to be guest rooms in the future. So they don't need their own en-suites. If you're going to have somebody, if you have kids and each one has their own bedroom, sometimes it is nice to put an en-suite with each room. But when they're just for guests, 1 bathroom suits the upstairs of the house just fine. And that pretty much wraps up the inside of the house. So we will catch you on the outside because we've got some masonry updates for you guys as well. The guys have had great weather this week and made some killer progress. But before we get out there, do us a favor. If you like these videos and you're enjoying the process of seeing a home built from start to finish, give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications for when we have new videos go up. Our goal is to get 2 videos a week up, but we're still balancing shooting video and building houses. So give us some time to get into a smooth rhythm of post, but we'll get you there, we promise. And as always, if you have any questions, if you're building your own house, if you want to know what type of materials to use or what best practice might be, leave it in a comment below. Even if it doesn't have to do with the current video, we'll get you an answer responded there, or we'll shoot you a short video to get you a response. So thank you much, and we'll see you outside. All right, welcome to the outside of the house. It's a little bit chilly this morning. It's about 30 degrees. You gotta love early November in Chicagoland. It's beautiful though, scenery-wise. Yeah, we're a few days past beautiful. The trees are brown now instead of red, but a couple days ago it was gorgeous out. So our bricklayers are doing fantastic work out here, and they are moving at lightning speed now that Mother Nature has cooperated. We had a little stint there where Mother Nature came in and rained on us half a day every day, which was brutal for production. But you'll see kind of how the whole layout is. We've got the natural stone on the lower section with a limestone sill, and then we've got brick above it. And we kind of carried that same height through the front, around the garage and the side. But what we're doing with the entryway, that'll have to wait. What we're doing with the entryway to give it a more grand feel. When you've got a big, tall entry, you want it to make a statement. You want it to pop. And that's why we're wrapping it with stone down the side, the front, into the inside, all the way to the peak. So that's gonna be stone. And the thing with stone, you can't lay as much vertically every day as you can with brick. Because what happens is you cross a point and the weight is too much for the mortar that hasn't set, and you'll start to smash your mortar down. One thing with natural stone, we can't build as much vertically daily as we can with brick. The weight is much heavier with stone than it is brick. So what happens is your mortar, you'll actually start to smash your mortar joints from the weight of the stone. So they go a given amount for the day, they've got to call it, then they come back the next day and go up that little bit, come back the next day, go up. It's not like you can just rip through the whole face of it in one day. Unlike with brick, you can build vertically a lot higher in one day, kind of like the front of the garage here. We went from lintel to peak in one day because you're not worried about the weight of it. And one thing we did change separate from the architect, around that arched window, the architect had just shown brick running horizontal to it. So our mason's like, guy, he's like, I think we need to do a keystone here. So on the fly, said, yeah, you know what, keystone's gonna look the best. So that's why we've got a keystone with arch brick around the window, and then we've got that limestone still plate below it. I think that was a good touch, because with that, we're gonna do the same thing above the window and above the door in the entryway. It'll have that same stone key inside of it instead of the brick. Loving the color selection. Siding, we have on site, well, across the site. We've got our LP Smart Side sitting over there, our 8-inch lap. We're just waiting on our contractors to get out. They're a little backed up. And I know I've beat on this in previous videos, but in our area right now, we have a shortage of trades workers. More of them leaving than coming in, so it's making it a little bit difficult to manage timelines lately. But we're gonna wait for them. You guys will see on the videos, they do outstanding work. I'm excited to show you what they do. But yeah, that's the front of the house. That's where we're at with masonry. That's where we're at with the inside. And we appreciate you coming out on the site, and we will see you on the next video. Anything? All right, so this is probably gonna be cut in and a little off because we thought about it after we were done shooting. We mentioned the difference on weight of brick. So I can throw this brick around like nothing. This is a queen size brick, so it's a little bit taller than your standard modular brick, but it's a little bit narrower. One-handed, I can't even think about picking up that stone. It's a big piece of stone, but that just gives you an idea how heavy it is. It's a tank. That's probably a, I don't know, 60-pound piece of stone. And this is a pound and a half, a pound maybe. Huge difference.